Come check this out.
Hi, this is Lisa Guerin with Remax Gold, and I'm standing with the owners and farmers of Matilija Farm. I think I said that right.
Matilija. Yeah, it's close enough.
Yeah,
Close
pretty
enough.
much.
Awesome.
It's after the poppy flower.
Yeah,
the fried
named
egg
after
flower.
my favorite California native wildflower, the fried egg poppy, it's also known as.
Fried egg poppy.
Yeah.
They're
Wow.
those huge, huge white poppies with the bright yellow center.
Nice.
And they're usually blooming around like May or June. There's a couple of big ones around here, but they thrive in the most unlikely of places, and they're a symbol of resilience. So, what a better name for a pandemic farm!
What? That's incredible.
Yeah.
I love that. And this is Akil.
Yep.
And this is Stephanie. Nice. Why don't you tell me a little bit about how this farm got started?
Well, in the beginning of the pandemic, we had recently moved to Benicia, and we were renting another unit down the street, actually 2 blocks over. And at the time, it had a backyard, and she was online looking for tools and other gardening
Looking for
equipment.
secondhand garden stuff on Craigslist.
Yeah, and we actually
They
stumbled
found a
into
farm.
a farm. So
And it was real,
and
and
it
it
was
was
real.
affordable.
Yeah,
And then the
so-
pandemic hit, so we were like, we have to grow food. What else are we going to do?
Yeah, so at first I was kind of just like,
You're
getting into
crazy.
it. I'm like, she was a little crazy. I figured why not. So we took over the farm and we started planting things, and I found out that I kind of have a green thumb. And we put down about 450 tomato plants, and all of them came to. There are 20 varietals, all heirloom, all the seeds we gathered from the National Heirloom Convention. So we've been seed saving for a while before we even had land to actually plant. But anyway, so it was going well, and we were selling to a few local restaurants from San Francisco, 2 out here. Even down the street, one house was buying a lot of tomatoes and stuff. And people in Benicia kept stopping me, trying to buy tomatoes and lettuces and stuff just off me from the back of the car in the middle of the street. And she was the one who suggested, let's set up an honor system farm for the community. So we did. And towards the end of our season, people kept encouraging us to keep it going. So we reached out to a bunch of farmers locally that we know, and we started pulling in some variety of produce and fruits, because we grow a number of things, but not everything. So we just kept it going from there. But due to recent conditions, we've shut down that plot now because of the drought. And it's okay, because I'm converting this property over to a market garden. So it's still in the works, but in another month we'll have a bunch of crops from back here as well. I've been putting out produce from this property for a while now, but I've also been kind of gauging the community, what they like, what they don't like. Like, I know bagged cut lettuce everybody loves for lettuce mix, but whole heads they don't necessarily love. So certain things like that, like radishes, 50% of them sell, 50% don't. I don't care, I like growing radishes, so I'm gonna keep growing them, but certain things like that. So yeah, we've just pivoted, and instead of going after restaurant sales and running around and doing all of that, we've turned it into just a community-based or community-oriented kind of business thing, where everything that comes in from the community, we just put back into the farmer. Everything that goes into it, we end up just going to the farmers, recycling that, and getting more produce for the community, which actually gives me the ability to do things like hand out free produce on the free food stand, or like if you see there's a couple of people in this neighborhood that are timid about spending money on fixed income and stuff, so we can afford to give them produce and stuff. So it's become a very neighborhood oriented project, and like the neighborhoods, I mean, yes, I've done the work and set it up, but the neighborhood's basically done it for themselves. They bought the tents, they bought the lights, they bought everything. All the fruit selection that they do is that I do is based on what they like, and it's their money getting recycled, and it's basically just become a community thing. So yeah,
Great thing.
we're trying to
Love
keep
that.
it small and just for the neighborhood and surrounding areas, but
I love that.
and actually encourage a lot more people to get more of these going in the neighborhood. That would be great,
That's
So,
great. That's the wave of the future, right? These
Yeah.
little beautiful co-op farms that you're starting. Now, how can people find you online?
We're on Instagram, and that's mostly what we update, and we try to keep it updated with what we have on the farm stand. I also offer cakes for pickup at the farm stand, so we do a lot of special.
Yeah, she's done pastries for a long time, both as when she was younger and professionally as well.
And I make all the jams too, and a lot of that gets used in our pastries. And occasionally, when I have time, we'll do like little pound cakes and things like that, and we put them out on the farm stand. And
Nice.
Yeah.
That sounds lovely.
Yeah, we've both been in the food industry for a long time. I mean, I've been cooking for 25 years now, both in New York and out here.
But this was our first time learning the other side of growing and planting and harvesting everything. So it's been fun to learn something new, but very related to what we already know.
That's so neat.
So
I love this. I love this whole story. It makes me so happy.
Thank you.
Thank you for doing this. Thank you for starting this.
Thank you.
We needed something good to come out of all this craziness.
Yeah. One thing that that's been so touching for me, and especially like in the earlier days of the pandemic, like right after we set up the farm stand, is so many people came and told me that, you know, and especially a lot of older people who couldn't leave their house very much, that this was kind of the highlight of their week or their day, and that they really looked forward to coming to the farm stand and seeing what there was, and it was kind of their way to treat themselves. And because it's outdoors and just the nature of it, it feels safer than going to a grocery store or even the farmer's market where it gets so crowded sometimes. So that was an unexpected sweet thing to come out of it for us.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I love this. Well,
this all being said, I mean, I do have to give credit to my landlord, Joe Lopez, also. Without him, like, I wouldn't, you know, there's very few landlords that let you come on and second day on the property, you with chainsaws clearing things out,
cut everything down, set up a farm stand.
You literally encouraged it the whole way through. So
he said when he was fixing up his house, it always reminded him of a farmhouse. So in his mind, he always called it the little farmhouse.
And I mean, when we set this up originally, I was going to take it to a certain extent, but I was kind of timid about what I was allowed to and not allowed to do. And
I mean,
it
started as
like, set it up as a farm, do whatever you want.
It was right there, and then slowly we've expanded on it, and
it's got a couple of more things I have to do. The spillover, I recently bought a mini fridge for the neighborhood, so I'd like to be stocking berries and
some of the more delicate things that we haven't been able to put out here, because that's been another layer of challenges, is running a business that's fully outdoors and so close to the water.
When the wind comes through and stuff sometimes.
The heat, the wind, the dust, and
she has experience. We both worked at Buy Right on 18th Street in the Mission in San Francisco, and she was a produce buyer, and I mean, me cooking, I was a sous chef there for a while, so just cooking for so long, like, you get a deep understanding of how to store and rotate produce and, like, the right and wrong way to, like, you know, keep it out there. And, you know, with the wind and everything that blows through, there's a lot of challenges, so to say, but, there's going to be another expansion pretty soon.
I can't wait for that.
So we can get some more cool things and definitely some more vegetables coming up on it. We have... you know, like onions and tomatoes and stuff, but I want to get a nice split of veg and fruits on there, so it's like an everyday kind of thing. You need one onion, stop by for one onion there.
Nice.
You know, and vary it up with the offerings with, like, you know, some certified organic, and all the farms that we go to are actually, they practice organic practices. Some just don't have the certification based on it's financially restrictive to smaller farms, you know. But I've gauged the neighborhood, and a lot of people are out for certified organic, whereas a lot of people can't really, you know, they just want something good. So everything we go for is grown in that same practice and is the highest quality. But some say certified, some don't. But it's all the same. You know? So,
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a pleasure talking with you and meeting you and getting your story. I love the fact that you're giving back to the community like this, so thank you.
Thank you.
And have a great rest of your week.
Thank you.
Thanks,
You too. See you at the farm stand.
Yeah.
Absolutely. This is Lisa Guerin, helping you find your way home.